Hello. Okay, I am so excited to share with you a little bit about how to eat 80/20. And this is kind of a crash course. So I really want you to reach out to me with questions because 80/20 can look a lot different depending on what foods you love and what your goals may be. So I'm going to share a little bit about what I do, but essentially 80/20 is 80% of the time eating foods that benefit and add value to your body, right? So they're going to be your healthier foods. 20% of the time eating what I like to call soul food. So food that just feeds your soul, right? That you love it. It maybe not it may not be the most nutritionally beneficial food. AKA pizza, ice cream, burgers, fried chicken, French fry, like those typical, like, oh, I know, right? I shouldn't be eating that. But I really want to kind of spin this a little bit and kind of show you what I do for my 80/20 sometimes. Guys, I stay on my shakes every single day. I love having a shake in the morning, mostly because it's quick. So when I was teaching, super quick thing I can just take with me out the door, really easy to make, and I know that it's going to start my day off really well. I also do my green shot every single day, so it's greens, gut health, and then the skin elixir. Cooper's now crawling, and he's currently curling over to me. I thought he was going to play, but come here, baby. So I stick on those every single day. Those are non-negotiables for me. I always have my fizz as well. But I kind of change things up here and there. So this is actually a shake that I made, and it's I realized some of the protein powder didn't blend there. So this is actually like a little bit thicker, and I call this protein ice cream. And so one of my favorite things to do at night is to have protein ice cream. It might be a little bit later than what I would typically have when I'm on the 30 days, but I love it. So I blend up a shake. I use a lot of frozen fruit. Personally, I love strawberries and chocolate or cherries and chocolate. Making sure he's okay. And I love that combination. So I always fill the strawberries up pretty high, and then I just put enough liquid to almost cover the strawberries, not quite. And then I put 2 scoops of chocolate protein powder. That's my favorite flavor. So I do that. And then what I'll do that's maybe a little bit like on that 20% side is there's this cereal called Catalina Crunch. This is like the French toast type. I get this at Costco. And what's cool about this is it doesn't have, it's grain-free, and gluten-free, soy-free, but it does have some ingredients in it that are not super wonderful. For example, sunflower oil. It has corn fiber in it. It is it is non-GMO, which is awesome. I'm just gonna do this video with Cooper. This is the life. Okay, so you can see yourself. So what I love about this is, it doesn't have, like, there's some ingredients that I'm not super stoked about, but I love like a little bit of toppings on my ice cream. So I will take like a handful of this and I'll just put it on top. And then I love to use either Lily's chocolate chips or Enjoy Life chocolate chips. And so I put just a scoop of those in there. Now, are those 30-day approved? Some would argue yes, some would argue no. Okay, but I just use them because I love them. So I put that in there, and then I eat that at night as like an ice cream, and I absolutely love it. So that would be kind of like an 80/20 thing because I'm putting some ingredients in there that maybe aren't the best nutritionally for my body, but overall, this is still really good for me, right? So there's that. So that's one thing. Another thing is my 20% honestly comes in mostly with sweets. That's where I tend to struggle the most when it comes to eating healthy, if we want to call it a struggle. This brand, Unreal, is great. Their ingredient policy is pretty good. And so I got these at Costco. They're individually wrapped. I already put them in our pantry. But they're individually wrapped chocolate covered like coconut minis. And these are gluten-free, soy-free, and there's only just a little bit of sugar in these. So that would be something that I would grab. They also make like an M&M in this brand, and which is really, really great. And so then another thing that I do, I love French fries. And guys, you know what? Like if I go out to eat, and I'm looking for 80-20, like I'll get a burger. I probably won't have the bun, but I'm gonna eat those French fries because that's what I love. And so then when it comes to like snacks, potato chips are one of the things that I don't eat a lot of, but I knew that this might be something different that people might do other than a sweet. So these are from Costco, and the only ingredients in these are potatoes, canola, sunflower, safflower oil, and pink Himalayan pink salt. Okay, now those oils are not great for you. I would never recommend that somebody eat those frequently. But if I'm gonna grab a potato chip, I would grab this over some of the other potato chips that are on the market that I just know don't have the best ingredients in them. So when we talk about this 80-20, it can also be ingredients that are in things, not necessarily like, oh, I'm gonna eat a burger and fries for dinner and then the rest of my day I ate pretty healthy. That's 80-20 too, right? But there's different ways to incorporate this and meet your goals is my point. So I hope that helped, and I would love for you to reach out and ask questions. So if you have any questions about what it may look like to eat 80-20, or maybe you just need to know like, Maddie, I don't really know if the ingredients in this are something that was going to serve me well or not. I would be more than happy to just send me the nutrition label and I'll kind of tell you what I think. So I think that's all I have to say. Cooper, do you have anything to say? Anything to say, Cooper? Okay, I hope that helped you guys, and let me know if you have any questions.